Hello, Twin Flame Collective. Good morning, good morning. My name is Tanya Vargo. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, please, my email is in the description of the this video, and it's Tanya@earthangeleverlasting.com. Or you can DM me and reach out to me. For those of you that asked, I am also on TikTok and Instagram, and I am at Earth Angel Everlasting on both of those. So the marketing should look the same, should be easy to find me. So let's get into this. There's a lot here, and so there's going to be some very specific coaching today. Okay, so we have the divine masculine towards the divine feminine, the divine feminine towards the divine masculine, the divine masculine towards the karmic. We have the hidden truths. We have the in the shadows. And then for the divine feminine, we have soul whispers. And here we have journey of love. And for the divine masculine, we have masculine madness oracle cards. And then we have the ocean of emotion. And then we have union message cards. Okay. So, unfortunately, we have the divine masculine coming in his Casanova energy. This is the Knight of Wands. He's very in and out kind of guy. He's only in it for sex, pretty much. He's a wham bam, thank you ma'am. He's very quick energy, and so, you know, basically he's in and out, in and out, in and out. He's got his nose in it, and then he's out, and he's in, and then he's out. And so of course that's causing the divine feminine to be like, she's going on pause. She's in the Seven of Pentacles being like, what have we planted here? Like, this is a mess. Like, she's on pause. She's taking a look at everything, and she's wondering, you know, what they planted. Is it worth it? Is it going to be anything good? What are we doing here? They've had some problems with him being in his King of Pentacles energy, even being a king. Like, if you look over past readings, he's pretty much always in a knight or a page energy when it comes to her. Him getting to a king energy with her is so seldom. So even getting to the emperor energy almost is non-existent all the time. But this king is the King of Pentacles, so he's the king that's closest of all to the emperor when you're talking about the twin flame union and the masculine energy of the twin flame union. He's the one that's closest to the emperor, and he's the loyal, stable, and committed king. This guy is almost the opposite of that. And so that's the energy that he's coming in. They're in their similarities. They both want a new beginning. They both want to take a leap of faith, and they both want to, you know, jump off the cliff and just take that leap of faith. Emotionally, they both they're sorry, not sorry, wish fulfillment. They would be very proud in this relationship and very happy and content. Content is really good, a good word for this card. In the physical or physically, it's at suspension at this time. Everybody's looking at things from different angles. You can see she's like, what have we planted here? And then, you know, there could be some sacrifices that need to be made, right? We know there's been a choice, right, this whole time. And I'm sure from a divine feminine's perspective, sacrifices, this knight needs to make some sacrifices here, right? Like, come on. You know, she's probably like, we are not bringing this in as long as you're behaving like that, and you better, you know, give some stuff up. So, you know, mentally we have a whole lot of overwhelmed, a whole lot of confusion, a whole lot of options, and he has been in this state in one way or the other for 3 or 4 days now. So the thing with this card is, like, you have options, but all the options are not great, and eventually, if you don't make a decision, if you don't do your sacrifices or make your choices, it's gonna pick you. If you don't pick life, it's gonna pick you, right? Eventually she's gonna check out. Eventually she's gonna look and see, like, we got nothing. He's never gonna sacrifice anything. He's always gonna be in this energy. We're never gonna get to here, you know? So she'll walk away, and then one of those cups will go away, and maybe more, you know? Like, it won't just be, just because she leaves, it doesn't just mean one cup goes away. It could be a few, you know? So, he's coming in as, I'm no good, I'm toxic, which is kind of like this, like having difficulties here. Like I said, like, he pretty much always comes in with her in a knight or a page energy. He barely can even evolve to a king. So he could just really feel like he is just not a grown-up in their relationship, you know? You see into the depths of my soul, intuitive. So, you know, he definitely probably sees that you can kind of see him, I bet, right? And if you're a divine feminine like me, you can see what's going on. And mine watches my readings every day, you know? So if you're a divine feminine, you probably can see in the depths of his soul, you know? I'm worried about my legacy and status. So I've had so much trouble with this card, and I think I got some help with it while I was doing, as I was going through everything, and I kind of sat, I was just like, oh, that's what you're finally saying, Spirit, is that, you know, it's not about that, you know, the divine feminine, he's feeling like she'll change his legacy or status or whatever. It is that he is literally worried that he's toxic, too toxic for her, and he is never going to be a king in her view. He doesn't feel, he is worried about his status, you know, like, he is always coming in as a page or a knight and not a king. So I think in this instance, that's what this means. You sparked something deep inside me, ignition. So, you know, yeah, this knight is always inspired, you know, knight is always charging in, and when it's exciting and fun, and, you know, and he's here for the good times. So, bow chicka bow bow. So we have creative, you inspire my mind and fill me with light. So that's more of this ignition. So maybe that's a little more confirmation that it ain't just sex. He does think it's a brain thing too. Lonely. I'm so tired of feeling alone. I've been lying to myself and to you. So we've seen, like, I don't know, 2 readings ago, you know, he admitted to the Karmic about lying, and it was like 3 deception cards. So, you know, I'm sure he lies to you too, divine feminine, about even just being with her, right? Mine goes on vacations with other women and then is DMing me the whole time, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So illuminate. So this is another one. Look, illuminate your light. Help me, guide me out of my darkness. So you illuminate him. You inspire him. You have more illumination, ignition. So, you know, and then that is what this night is about, honestly. So this is like the 3rd or 4th day this card has come out. And it's confusing, but okay. So his you know, I ask for his overall and most significant feelings. Even though he's going that way, this is how he feels somewhere inside him pretty strongly for this to come out 4 days in a row. And not for nothing, this has come out for almost the same amount of time. So it's weird. He's a weirdo. No, I'm sorry. He's not. He's just confused. You scare the shit out of me. So I think this has, yeah. So you scare the shit out of me, right? And he's worried about his status and how you see him, and then you see into the depths of his soul. And if you're a divine feminine, that's scary for somebody who values deception, right? Like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna have to change, right? Are they gonna have to like change like everything about them when they value deception so much? And they would literally have to change because you see everything. You see it all. You see everything. You are my best friend. That's very sweet. And then you never leave my thoughts. Very nice. So now we have the divine feminine towards the divine masculine. And she's coming in, she's, you know, she wants a passionate new beginning. This is also the same, means the same thing as all these illumination cards, right? It's illumination, ignition. Like, this means the same thing, and it means the very, very beginning stages of it. And it's also a sexual card. It's also a sexual card. So she's definitely in a sexual energy. It looks like they both are. So here we have, like, he's coming in and showing up as the Page of Wands in her reading. And like I said, it's like he typically shows up as a page or a knight. So here he's the Page of Wands. And in his reading, it's the Knight of Wands. So he's the Casanova. He's the in and out. He's the commitment phobe. And then you have the Page of Wands, who's like, it's a friendly, fiery, brand new thing. The thing with the Page of Wands is that, you know, if it kind of gets rough, they're not strong, like they're not in a king energy to deal with whatever is happening. So if something difficult happens, they out. You know, they're in it for the good time. So they've been having some difficulties with this twin flame union, the Lover's card, with even bringing this in any type of way. So it's not confusing that the difficulties are here and here. You know, like, he is really having a hard time stepping up into his manhood, stepping up into his this union, like taking responsibility, like being responsible enough to be the man he needs to be in this. Their similarities are, you know, they're both either in this energy or they just view him as the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, he's, you know, everybody's best friend. He's a great collaborator. He's a great business guy. He's great at scaling businesses. He's ambitious to a fault. He's a great father and a great husband if he's in, you know, but if he's not in it, he's not. And so he's either all in or all out. He's like the PM Dawn King. So if you know that song, Set Adrift in Memory, Bliss of You, this is him. This is him, right? This is him. So check that song out. I'll help you a little bit. So here we have in their emotions together, Seven of Cups, right? So this is the exact same card as that. So he's got it in his mental and she has it in her emotional. And that's how twin flames work, right? If he's like this, something will happen to her and it'll get her feeling like this too. It'll just throw her into that, right? And so, you know, it's options, it's being confused, it's what should I do? And not all the options are good, and you have to make a decision, or else, you know, you have to pick life or life's going to pick you, and not all the decisions are good. Like you can see there's a snake there, there's a bat or something under one of those cups. Like all of them are not going to be great. So in the physical, you know, I would say one or both of them are standing back and just kind of looking at social media, and not taking any action at this time. With her, you know, she's probably looking on social media, and it's caused her to reevaluate what's going on here, and it's sent her into confusion, right? You know, or it could be for some of you gossipy people, negative messages, negative texts, things like that. But at this time, you know, we're holding back. So, you know, she's in a stalemate mentally, you know, and in this card looks like a lot of mental conflict as well. So, you know, these two people, they are like two kings on the chessboard, right? They have the same, very similar strengths and weaknesses. And I think they just don't want another sword to drop. And, you know, no more negativity in it. But what it looks like to me is based on her being in this reevaluation, her getting thrown up into confusion, her seeing, you know, being in this mental conflict. She saw something she didn't like. She's not happy. She got some sort of message or saw something she didn't like, and it's just thrown her into a state of, you know, just reevaluating and confusion. These are both sevens, right? And she just really probably is trying to figure out if she needs to sacrifice things, and she's looking at things from other angles, you know, over, you know, just things she's seen and heard. So we have I love your mind. So that goes along with, you know, I think, you know, the creativity, right? And the illumination and the ignition and the intuitive, you know. You deserve everything the world has to offer. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think he had that in some sort of way a couple of days ago, you know, just, and it just keeps going along with, you know, this in and out commitment foe energy. You're better off without me. So this kind of goes with the toxic, and I think it's just more confirmation of the status thing and the fact that he can't get into a king energy in this relationship. Your energy seduces me. Oh, and then talk to me from your soul. So twin flames, they can do that telepathically and otherwise. Here we have, I need to express myself. So maybe there's some stuff he wants to say, or she wants to say, or both want to say. Eternally yours. This comes through despite everything else, you know, like this comes out and this comes out a lot for them. I just want loyal companionship. Yeah. I would hope that's what most of us want, but, you know, some of us have serious challenges with it. I can still taste you. So if, you know, you and your masculine have been in union before, he remembers it. If you haven't, you can just see he desires you. Would you say yes? Insecurity. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of insecurity here, right? And it's right under eternally yours. I just noticed that. You know, so we have like, he feels like he's toxic, and you can see right through him, and he's having trouble with his king energy, and he's been deceptive, and you scare him. Like it's just all, where does it go? Insecurity. It's all a part of that, okay? And then we have unbridled, your spirit set me free. So you've, you know, over and over and over, it's that spark thing, right? Your spirit set me free. You know, that ignition and that illumination, right? And your energy. Okay, so let's go over to the karmic, or his feelings towards the karmic. He is coming in, so there we have King of Wands here, right? And there's similarities, and he is straight up King of Wands over here as well. So I've already explained him to you. He's coming in as that PM Dawn king, who's honestly a good guy. He's not a bad guy. It's just like, you only have him if you have him. If you don't have him, you don't have him, right? Spirit is not letting us see how the karmic is coming in today. So the moon is a block card. And so Spirit is like, you guys do not get to know how the karmic feels today or what she wants. Or it could be that she is afraid, she is, you know, disillusioned or not seeing things or what they are, and some things need to be revealed to her. So either way, they've had some difficulties with, you know, holding emotions back or not letting go. Definitely they've had issues with not letting go of each other. We've seen that in the past. There was like almost one whole spread saying that over and over and over. So they have a hard time letting each other go. And I would say, you know, emotions. They're similar in that, you know, they're both in their heart space right now. So I would say, like yesterday when we had, in this position right here, we had the death card come up, and death card can mean endings or transformation. So I'm just going to say it was a transformation because, you know, they're both in their heart space. This is a very loyal king. He's a very empathetic king. He's a psychic king. He's an intuitive king. You know, he's very committed, usually in a relationship, loving husband, loving father, you know, very emotionally controlled and stable. So, you know, even though emotionally it's been conflict and cheating and lies and all that kind of stuff, there's something that illuminates them, you know, about each other and puts them in their heart space, okay? And that's how they are in the physical. They're happy. Like, that's ultimate. The Sun card, it's a Leo card, and it's ultimate joy, and it means illumination and inspiration. Mentally, he knows he needs to make a choice, either to be in this relationship or not, either to be with a karmic or the divine feminine. You know, we know he's coming in confused here, you know. So this is about choices right here, and this is also about choices. This is about choosing one over the other, okay? You know, and then in this reading, he's king. Like, he's king. He's not afraid of this, right? And we know, like, it's not as emotional. Over here, it's frightening, and he would have to grow up. You know, he would have to change his status, right? He's in a king energy here, and he feels like the man. He feels like he has to grow up and change over here, right? Another way to read this is we don't get to see how the karmic's feeling because he needs to make this choice. And with this card, ultimately, whatever you decide is the right decision, but you got to make it, and you got to use your intuition to guide you to make this choice. And if you're a Leo, you are at the center of all of this conflict that they have. They make it about you. So, you know, you're at the center of what is going on here in this choice, in the conflict, and all that. So that's another way. It's another way to read it. So many things remind me of you. You know, that's why he has trouble letting go of his karmic. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. There's a song about that, right? Right? It's like Heat Wave, that song. I regret lying to you. So yeah, so here's the deal. Like with this particular collective of divine masculines, deception is, for whatever reason, incredibly important to them. And he's apologizing for it over here, and he's apologizing for it over here, and he feels bad, it seems like, but he keeps doing it, you know. And he's just in this really insecure, like, you're better off without me, insecure energy, right? But at the end of the day, he knew exactly what he was doing, right? He's not just stupid. They're not stupid. They just lie. And it's an insecurity problem. It's coming out. Like, I lie and I'm insecure. I lie and I'm insecure. I lie and I'm insecure. I'm having trouble growing up, you know? So I don't know how to let you go. So that's this 100% all the way. I'm sorry. So at least we have remorse here. What do you want? What did you want from me? So that would be up to them. Like, we don't even, what do we know? Like, me, I want your soul, you know? Who knows? She might have needed something, or he might have needed something, either way. And then I never used to look at you in that way. So yesterday they got the death card, right? And I remember saying, you know, we'll see if it's, because it was in their emotions, right? It was in this space. And I said, well, we'll just have to see if it's a transformation or an ending. And so, you know, based on the whole reading, and then this ending up being the very last, one of the last cards I put out, tells me that he's seeing her a different way now. He's completely changed how he's seeing her. So it was a transformation, not an ending. So this is what I'm going to say. At the end of the day, this is your journey, and this is your life, and the choices are all yours. For the divine feminines, it's like he's having problems, you know, becoming a man in your relationship when he already sees himself as a man in this one, okay? He may never, ever evolve, even though he was given this divine calling, this divine opportunity. He may not take it. He might do it's just easy because he already feels like a king here, and you would cause him to grow, right? You would cause him to grow up, and he's worried about that. And even though he feels all these ways, it's got nothing to do with you. He's straight up coming out saying, you know, I'm the one that's deceptive. I'm the one that's insecure. You're better off without me. I'm toxic. He's saying all that stuff, but it's going to cause him to grow up, and he's having trouble with that. And that's painful, and it causes you to make sacrifices and see things from different ways and look at yourself and grow. And that's difficult. So I would say when he already feels like leveled up here, no growth, no nothing. I'm the king. I'm the man. She's not going to require anything from me, you know? So you have to decide if, like, you want to wait around for this, or already get somebody that's in this energy for you. Like, they already feel like a king, or they behave like a king towards you, and instead of being, you know, deceptive and, you know, insecure and feeling unworthy and having to deal with that, you know, you might want to find somebody that wasn't given the divine calling at all, but is already in a king energy, right? And that's up to you. And it's the same with him, with the divine masculines. Look, if you already feel like the man here and you don't want to accept the divine calling that you were given, that's going to cause you to grow and make sacrifices and things like that, and choices, and you know, if you don't want to, you do not have to stay on this ride, you know, and neither does she. So that's all I've got for you guys today. If this resonates for you, please let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.